Now to some particularly unhappy news. A new report shows happiness in the United States is falling at one of the fastest rates in the developed world. The pro-democracy nonprofit The Common Good gave the U.S. a D+ in happiness in its annual America's Report Card. The nonpartisan organization says the score is largely driven by, quote, eroding social bonds, falling optimism, and worsening emotional and economic well-being across the country. The World Happiness Report ranks the U.S. as the 24th happiest country. In 2011, it was the 11th happiest country. Patricia Duff, founder of The Common Good, joins us now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Your report found Americans over 60 are among the happiest in the world, but those under 30 are increasingly unhappy. What's the disconnect?
Well, that's one of the biggest things we found is that there's a huge generational gap forming in the country right now. Americans under age 30 rank 62nd in world happiness against all the other countries. And we look at these statistics to find out how we can do better. But young people are worried about affordability. They're worried about social media. Young men in particular are very unhappy. And they feel that there's a sense of a lack of purpose.
What are some of the consequences of declining happiness?
Well, I mean, these are people who want to pull out of doing work. They have with no sense of purpose, no agency, and a feeling that they are contributing in a meaningful way in their work and in their personal lives. We're concerned about the death rates. The death rates in the United States are already alarming. The loneliness rates are extremely alarming, so much so that the Surgeon General put it on his list of concerns. But we are also concerned about the deaths of despair that continue to climb in the United States, where you were concerned about suicide, acute alcohol poisoning, drug overdoses. We need to really start addressing the situation that the growth in GDP, which has always been a measure of how successful the United States is not necessarily the best metric. What we really should be looking at is well-being. And we're trying to look at those metrics now and urge a real look at what we can do to make it better for Americans. They're hurting, and especially young people. They're worried.
To what extent is social media to blame?
Social media is a big part of it because social connections are collapsing generally, and loneliness is at epidemic levels. But one of the things that drive that is the amount of time that young people spend on social media. The other problem with social media is that it drives misinformation, disinformation, algorithms that take you down toxic paths and really do not create a sense of happiness. Also, you compare yourselves to others and look at your life and think, why don't I look like that person's perfect life of that influencer? So social media is a big issue, and fortunately, in large measure, thanks to a lot of work that Jonathan Haidt has done, some of the states, many of the states, a number of states have started to put cell phones away at schools, and the schools are saying that this is a really big plus.
It's like you spoke to my soul. Comparison is a thief of joy. Patricia Duff, thank you with this stark warning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.